All right, hello, welcome back, everybody. PayPal and Patreon are down below if you want to support me. Only do so if you actually can. So, a quick flash update here. Platinum prices out of nowhere took a sudden upward lunge. So, previously, platinum had crept back up a bit to like $1,600 per ounce. And over the last couple weeks, it abruptly shot up to now around $2,300 per ounce, which is nominally the highest it's ever been at face value. But when adjusted for inflation, previous records like those back in the 80s, but in 2025 dollars, some of the previous records from the 80s and the 70s, for example, would be between $2,500 and $3,000 equivalent. And this is coming at the same time as silver suddenly, finally, as it actually should have been doing for quite a while now, charging upwards in price as well. For platinum in particular, the mix of things goes in no particular order. A number of supply disruptions from the largest supplier of platinum group metals in the world, South Africa. Roughly two-thirds of the world's mining output in regards to platinum comes out of that country, and output from mines there has been growing less, and some of them have been shutting down because of the internal corruption, both government and corporate, and overall financial death spiral that has affected everything in that country over the last decade or so, grabbing more and more, starting with the power grid, then heading to the rail network. Most recently, the water pipeline system has now spread into the mining industry as well. So the mining companies there have not been able to maintain adequate amounts of equipment, replacement parts, mining explosives, etc. And thus output from those mines has been dropping at a time where platinum demand has been suddenly jumping upwards. One of the initial things that started a few years ago was the craze that is still going on, unfortunately, over the idea of the hydrogen fuel economy. So, a lot of hydrogen production plants and the like are being built in places, and hydrogen fuel cells, those things requiring decent amounts of platinum. Also, the adoption of electric vehicles has not kept going exponentially upwards as everyone initially thought it was. It's kind of starting to level out. It's not contracting, but it is starting to level out. So the market is readjusting its future outlook as catalytic converters for regular liquid fuel vehicles is one of the biggest demand sources for platinum. And it is now becoming apparent that liquid fuel vehicles are not going to suddenly disappear by 2035, as was apparently the dream of the European Union, is now readjusting for that reality, along with also the ongoing AI bubble that is causing everyone to obsessively overorder billions upon billions of computer parts to build AI data centers, many of which are going to end up not completed and abandoned. But in the meantime, we get to suffer the consequences as things like RAM prices, for example, for computers have gone up 500% over just the last year alone. Platinum is used in computers not in the same amount that silver or gold are. However, it does still have a decent demand impact on platinum, as there is way less platinum on Earth than there is gold and silver. For example, the total amount of platinum mined each year has plateaued off for about 2 decades at around 200 tons per year, whereas the amount of gold mined out of the ground each year is around 3,700 tons. So platinum and palladium and the like are way less abundant, and the sudden upsurge in demand for computer parts and technology from the AI boom bubble is also having its effects on platinum prices. And China has been buying up for its central banks and reserves loads of physical platinum, along with physical gold and physical silver, just in the same time frame as it has also been overbuying, over importing oil to fill up its strategic reserves because its invasion of Taiwan is upcoming, likely either this coming year or 2027, and it wants to shore up its holdings of everything before it actually does that, because they know they're going to get cut off from a lot of stuff, even if only temporarily. So the Chinese government's sudden hoarding purchases of platinum are also playing into the price spike. And all of these have, in combination, driven us up to about $2,300 per ounce. And that's it for this one. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around and listening. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. You can watch any of the other hundreds of videos about all kinds of similar or non-similar subjects. PayPal, Patreon, YouTube, Super, whatever buttons are all down there if you want to support me. Only do so if you actually can. That link to that drive folder with all kinds of free access graphs is in the description. There's a link in the top pinned comment to my cat's YouTube channel. May God bless and protect all of you, and I will see you all around next time.